Start to listening practice. Stay with me and upgrade your English.
All right, we've got a really tough set of sources today, a truly tragic event.
Yeah, definitely.
We're doing a deep dive into the recent Air India 787 Dreamliner crash. It's captured global attention, hasn't it? Shaken the aviation world.
No doubt about it.
So our mission really is to go through everything you've given us, pull out the key facts about what happened, the impact, and, the search for answers, especially with this specific aircraft, the Dreamliner. Ready to get into it?
Let's do it. It's a heavy topic, but important. The sources paint a really stark picture. This was Air India Flight AI-171.
AI-171, okay.
A Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner, registration VTANB. It was flying from Ahmedabad, heading to London,
Right.
June 12, 2025. But the most shocking thing, how fast it all happened. The crash occurred just 30 to 33 seconds after takeoff.
30 seconds. It's almost unbelievable. So fast.
Yeah.
And the core facts are just devastating. It crashed around 1:38 p.m. local time, Indian Standard Time, literally seconds after getting airborne.
Just moments.
And it didn't crash in an empty field either. It hit a hostel building, right? At DJ Medical College.
That's right, in the Megani Nagar area. And sources say it just erupted into flames immediately on impact.
The scale of that, just awful. Which brings us to the human cost.
And the reports are heartbreakingly clear on this. On the plane itself, there were 242 people. That's 230 passengers, 12 crew.
Okay.
Of those, 241 lost their lives. Just one survivor.
One single survivor out of 242.
Yes, a British national. Reports say they were thankfully in minor condition. Remarkably.
Wow. That's something amidst all the loss.
It is. But the tragedy didn't stop there, as you mentioned, on the ground, in the hostel area. Estimates vary slightly in the sources, but between 19 and 34 people were killed.
Oh, no. So ground casualties, too.
Yes, plus dozens injured. The final confirmed death toll given is 260. That's the 241 from the flight, plus 19 confirmed on the ground.
260 lives. And they mentioned all victims were identified?
Yes, identified and remains returned to families. A really critical, though grim, part of the process.
Absolutely. Now, with something this sudden, this devastating, the immediate response, it must have been incredibly fast.
It seems so. The reports highlight that both black boxes were recovered very quickly.
The flight data and cockpit voice recorder?
Exactly. Found within 28 to 33 hours of the crash.
That's remarkably quick and absolutely vital for figuring out what went wrong in those seconds.
Paramount. And that investigation, the pursuit of answers, it's fully underway now. India's AAIB, the Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, they're leading it.
Okay, the AAIB.
And they're getting help from the US NTSB, the National Transportation Safety Board, and also from Boeing.
Makes sense, involving the manufacturer and international experts. Any word on when we might learn more?
The sources suggest we should expect a preliminary report within about 3 months. Hopefully that will start giving some clear answers about those, those final moments.
Right, and this isn't just about this one specific flight, is it? The sources point to wider actions being taken.
Definitely. Broader implications for safety. Air India, for instance, is doing extra safety checks on its entire fleet of 33 Dreamliners.
All of them?
Yep. Sources say 26 were already inspected shortly after the incident, and it's even reached the political level.
How so?
India's parliament has actually called in representatives from Boeing and also the Civil Aviation Secretary.
Really? To answer questions about safety lapses?
Exactly. It just shows how seriously this is being taken. Accountability, preventing anything like this again, it's top priority.
Which brings us to a really crucial point from the sources, something that makes this even more significant.
Yes. The fact that this is, it's the first fatal crash involving a Boeing 787 Dreamliner anywhere in the world.
A first one, since the Dreamliner started flying.
The very first. This aircraft has been flying for years, known for its advanced technology, its safety record, which was, until now, perfect in terms of fatal accidents.
Wow, that changes the perspective entirely, doesn't it? It's not just an accident, it's a first for a major modern aircraft type.
Precisely. It forces a hard look at everything related to the 787 globally. Design, operations, maintenance, everything.
Okay, so recapping this deep dive, we've covered the shocking speed of the Air India 787 crash, the terrible human cost both on board and on the ground, the swift start to the investigation, and these immediate safety actions. All underscored by the fact this is an unprecedented event for the Dreamliner. It really highlights that constant search for answers in aviation.
It really does. And that leaves us, and you listening, with a pretty profound question to think about, doesn't it?
Go on.
Given that this is the first